Grandpa Phil.
Grandpa? Hey. Grandpa Phil used to tell me stories from back in the day, you know, uphill both ways in the snow, barefoot, with nothing but your loose-leaf notebooks to beat off bears with. Nowadays, Grandpa Phil's complaints have switched from complaints about life in yesteryear to complaints about life in the 21st century. Well, for Grandpa Phil and all you other oldies out there, remember that that was then. Or then was that. Anyways, it was before now. Did you know we have 700 TV channels now? It's a wonder we get anything done. 700 channels. When did this happen? I can remember when I was a kid, we had 5 channels. And we didn't have a remote. You had to hate something bad enough to get up and walk that 5 feet to change the channel. And that wasn't enough. You had to guess at the volume because it was different when you were up close and when you sat back down again. The nans of those horses are so much louder when they run. It was a different time. It was a simpler time. We were entertained so easily. We'd watch anything. Watch a flying nun, a talking horse. We are so much more sophisticated now, watching people eat bugs and marry strangers for money. Almost makes you miss Mayberry, doesn't it? God, I loved Andy Griffith. By the way, did anything ever happen on that show? You got time for whistling? Got a lot of time on the show. Commercials used to be 6 minutes long telling us how delicious cigarettes and alcohol were. Man, those people were happy smoking and drinking. People in commercials are still happy, but now they concentrate all of their happiness in 30 seconds. People in commercials are happy all the time, especially that woman in the shampoo commercial. She's happy. She's too happy. I don't think our children should be able to see people this happy on television. I fell for it, though. I bought that shampoo. I had to say, I was shampooing for a good half hour. I never got that happy. I get so invested in the lives of those commercial people. 30 seconds and suddenly you care. That old man who can eat corn on the cob again? I'm happy for him. He couldn't eat it for a while. Now he can. That woman on jury duty? She has to go. And the judge doesn't understand. But I was so relieved by the end of that commercial. And I don't have to go back now. Fantastic, lady. So many commercials on TV these days are for antidepressants. There are just so many. Prose and TAPPS, and they get you right away. Are you sad? Do you get stressed? Do you have anxiety? Yes, I have all of those things. I'm alive. I don't want to take a pill. If you want to understand real stress, I suggest you go to Africa. Go follow some bushman around. He's getting chased by a lion. That's stress. You won't find a pygmy on Paxil, I'll tell you that right now. But I understand why people need help. The world can be a very depressing place. If you want proof, just turn on the news. There you go. Depressing. I was watching the news the other day, brought to you by Paxil. That's smart advertising. You watch the news and suddenly you need it. That's another thing. When I was a kid, the news was on once a day. You either caught it or you missed it. Now the news is on 24 hours a day. And that's not enough. They got the guy talking, they got the crawl going down there. That's still not enough. There's guy talking, there's crawl going, you're online, you're putting in your opinion. No, I say to that, no! Suddenly you stop paying attention to the crawl for a while and decide you're going to pay attention and listen to the man for a while. Go back to the crawl, catch the end of something. Madonna's left foot. What about Madonna's left foot? What happened? Waiting for it to come back around again. It goes to a commercial. Are you sad? Do you get stressed? There should just be one call that goes around over and over again. Things are getting worse. That's all we need. And then there's the local news. And they want you to watch every single broadcast that they've got. It's not good enough that you're watching when you're watching. And they slip in these incredibly cruel teasers to get you to watch again later. It could be the most deadly thing in the world, and you could be having it for dinner. We'll tell you what it is tonight at 11. Is it peas? I feel feel so sorry for the newscasters because they know we can turn off the news. You don't have to watch, but the news is their job. Not only do they have to read the prompters, but they don't know what's coming up next. And they have to go through this huge range of emotions without even flinching. There were no survivors. And up next, which candy bar helps you lose weight? Still to come is an asteroid headed towards Earth. But first, we're to find the cheesiest pizza in town. Also, a disturbing new study finds that studies are disturbing. The newscasters are practically schizophrenic by the end of the broadcast. Wonder they snap when they start talking to the weatherman. It's like a fantasy land they enter all of a sudden. And now let's go to Johnny with the weather. Johnny, when are you going to stop this rain and bring us some sunshine? I'll stop the rain when you stop the carjackings, Colleen. The weather is the happiest part of the news. It really is. You know, weathermen are usually very happy people, and at some point they're going to say, it's a beautiful day, or it's going to be a beautiful day. Usually that moment is associated with the weather and sunshine, but it's nice to hear that positive reinforcement, even when the crawl underneath is telling us unpleasant news. I'd like it if they could incorporate it's a beautiful day into the crawl. Horrible news wouldn't seem so bad if it read, get out your sunglasses because it's a wonderful day for the ozone layer to deplete. Or, it's a beautiful day for the world to explode. Just sounds much better. It seems to me that the crawl actually takes the focus off the entire news team. Back in the days of 5 channels, the anchormen and the weathermen were the stars. They had the spotlight. It was their show, and the crawl was something babies and swimmers did on a beautiful day.